Hello and welcome. My name is Mech. Today we're doing something different where we're going to cover some of the stuff that Bandai have recently announced for their model ranges, specifically Gunpla, after the most recent hobby show that's just gone on. So we'll start off here in their Twitter. I'm going to be using Twitter for most of it. This is from Super Robot Wars. I'm not familiar with the mobile mech suit myself, but it looks cool. You've got a Voltom display here. It's just going to be, they just announced a bunch of weapon sets. They're going to be released individually for Voltom, so you can do your own weapons and that from the show itself. Not familiar. This is a Gundam. I'm not familiar with it. All the series it's from. Knights of the Galaxy. I don't know that. Maybe it's their like Sentai take on Gundam. I've not seen it myself. But see, 1/35th scale Vilbane, so that'd be interesting. Then we have some more from Gundam Seed Destiny. This is an MG, not an FM, not a HG, but it's an MG Blaze Zaku Phantom. So this would be interesting to get. Haven't announced when or price yet, but you're probably looking around about the usual price for MGs. So like 50 quid. Maybe 60 because they are up in the prices. But this looks really cool. I am interested in this. And then again, we've got another HG 1144 from Gundam Seed of a Spec 2. This would be cool. I haven't got many of the Gundam Seed Freedom stuff yet. But it looks interesting, the HDs they got from there. And with recent outcropping of HDs we've been producing, the kits are getting a lot better. Especially these G-Cuck stuff. I've just built the Gelgoog from this series, and they are really good. I have to say, they're some of the best HGs I've built. Minimum stickers is great. So this looks like the gun cannon from a show. I haven't watched the show myself yet, but so a gun cannon, but in the white and blue colors instead of the red. Don't know this Gundam myself. It's a HG. Let's have a look. Gundam Zidus from Mobile Suit Gundam 8. Again, the show. Another thing I haven't read or watched. I can't remember if it's an anime or manga, but yeah. And I think this is not the new one they've announced. This is the new. Yeah, I think Gundam 8's the next Gundam series or movie or manga or what they're calling it. So yeah, so this is the next Gundam from that. Already announced an HG kit for it. It's pretty good. Then some little other trinkets that Bandai Spirits make. Dinosaur kits. And then you've got another HG here, which it looks like it's in still prototype for Huck and Bane. Again, Super Robot Wars. Not really been much into that. More dinos. More Pokemon. These have become really popular as of late. Is the little Pokemon series of little kits that you can buy and build. I built quite a few of them myself now on stream. Again, I'm not too familiar with this brand they deal with as well. Kaiser Greymon. There you go. So this is Digimon. This is from a different Digimon era that I'm used to. So it'll be interesting to see because a lot of the Figurized standard amplified Digimon kits are very good. Like for Metal Greymon and War Machine Mon and stuff like that. Machine Dramon, they're good kits. And then we got these little guys, the Zaku-kuns. Just like the I've got the Gunpla-kun that was made from the limestone. And originally this Zaku was made from green tea leaves. But these two will be released in polycarbonate plastic instead. When and price, I don't know yet. I haven't seen. They've also announced a new EG for 144 Wing Gundam. It's nice to see that the new EG is coming out instead of just a constant seed, an RGX78. So a nice new EG, and considering Wing is arguably the anime that got most Westerners into Gunpla. It's not. I don't know why they didn't do it sooner, but hey, maybe the EG line wasn't up to snuff until recently. So again, we all know this is coming out. The HG Dom from G-Cucks. I want one. We know it's coming out in December. So hopefully we'll get more news on pricing and that. And here's a big one. The MG Barbatus Lupus. Not for Lupus Rex, just for Lupus. So hoping, because I think we've only got an MG Barbatos out of the IBO line when it comes to the Barbatos range. Not for the other MGs, because we've got other MG Gundams from IBO, but this one is interesting. So this could maybe see us getting a Lupus Rex MG, because I think the only Lupus Rex we have at 1/100 scale is an FM. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I'm not looking it up right now, but I am looking forward to this, and I can't remember when was the release date. I can't remember exactly. Then so some reason they put these up for show. They're probably just advertising because they've just been released. But for 2 Gelgoog kits from G-Cucks, I've just recently built this one. I'm going to be doing a review video on it. Should be out Monday. And then here we go. This is coming out in December. About 2,500 yen is the Red Zaku 2, Charles Zaku 2 from the opening scenes of G-Cucks. So yeah, that'd be interesting. And then this kit here, which looks amazing. And this is a HG kit. Like I said, Bandai's HG kits are getting a lot bit better. A lot better. Apparently you want to get more. When it says it's for full story, that means more info, basically. Because they're all going for the story behind the kit kind of thing. So in June we'll get to know more about the release date, pricing. This is just a 3D render. But the Gundam Zagun from Iron Blood Orphans Oud Hunt both or Booth. Oud Hunt, yeah. So this will be interesting. This looks pretty good. I like the look of this. So this will be interesting to see that. And the HGs, like I said, the HGs going to be better. Again, another HG from Iron Blood Orphans. And for Monkey Roadie. Yeah. So this is, I believe, from the new anime. I haven't been keeping up too much on it, but it looks great. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to more Iron Blood Orphan kits from the new series. And of course, the first thing they announced, but the last thing we're looking at is for PG Unleashed New. These are 3D renders, by the way, but they look amazing, and they actually have a specific site just for the PGU, which is this. And they talk about a lot of stuff, the history of it, and the anime, the visuals, and all that. And I can't believe how much stuff is going to be included with this kit. For the last PGU, for RX-78, you got for rifle and you got for shield, and that's it. You didn't get any of the other weapon systems. This, unlike the EGs and some of the other kits of the new, you're actually going to get the finner for funnels. All the funnels are included. And you're going to get the Hyper Bazooka too, which is, the retractable Hyper Bazooka. So that could mean, even though I 3D designed and printed my own bazooka for my PGU RX-78, you could potentially take a Hyper Bazooka off this and give it to the PGU RX-78. But the details look amazing. Again, these are all 3D renders. These are not final product pictures. So don't be fooled by it. But yeah, it's just, you're getting all the weapon systems of this. Unlike some, like I said, the EG kits are for new. You just get for new. You don't get for bazooka. You don't get for funnels. And some of the HGs, I think, were the same. And RGs. But it's like, this arm system for bazooka, you don't get that on the MG. And apparently they're trying to make it so it's you feel like you're actually building a proper Gundam unit. So I don't know how detailed the inner frame's going to be. It might be exactly like it is from your anime. Not so you build the inner frame and then you build your armor on top. A bit like for your first PGU, but this one looks like they're going to try and make it more in depth. Especially looking at the detail of the fin funnels, it's just amazing. And they have announced a release, well, a scheduled release date, which is January of 2026. So the last quarter of the financial year. And it's going to be about 60,000 yen without tax. Normally tax is like 10% in Japan, so you're looking at 60,600 or 66,000, something like that. In real money, let's have a look. So yeah, so it's not going to be cheap. About 340 quid. So 60,000 before tax is 300 quid. So that's the MSRP in Japan. It's going to be 300 quid on release. That's twice as much as the release price as the original PGU. But it does coincide with the price increases they were going to say they were going to do anyway. And the fact that the amount of kit you're going to get. This is going to be, if you add the fin funnels too, it's going to be like twice the height of a standard PGU. So it's going to be huge. You're probably thinking about the same size as a Mega. If you ever got one of the Mega size kits of an RX-78, it's probably about that size. If you've got a Mega kit of a Unicorn, so probably a little bit smaller than that. So it's going to be huge. And it's going to take up a lot. And I'm glad it comes with a stand. Unlike for PGU, it doesn't come with a stand. A lot of the PGs never came with stands, which was the weak point of a PG wing. But yeah, this is going to be amazing, but it's not going to be cheap. And if you're going to be trying to import this, and other stores are going to be trying to import this, you are going to be looking at about, I don't know, if you take into account, it's 35% if you're going to be in the States. So importers are going to be paying an extra 35% on top of the 60,000. So, that's another, 18, 21, that's another 21,000 yen on top. So you're looking at, and then that's before tax, before Japanese tax and after import fees. That's 416 pounds. But in dollars, you're looking at, $560. So if you're in the States looking for this before Japanese tax and after tariffs, so if you add the Japanese tax on, so yeah, and you had 21, so you had 10%, for 21 on that. So it's about, $600. This kit to an importer who won't, most importers, most stores in America, especially individual stores, won't get this from a supplier. They'll try and import it because none of the suppliers have got it off a pre-order yet. You're looking at $600 plus. Then you got to take into, and that's just for the supplier, for importer. Then the store's got to make profit on it. So you're looking at a nearly $700 PGU. Thereabouts. And that's with the 35% tariffs on Japan at the moment. As for us in England, we don't have that much of tariffs when it comes to, we pay import tax instead, so £135 or over, you're paying import tax, and that scales. So if you try to import this yourself from Japan in the UK, 300, so what was it? So it's 452 in the UK before, and that's going to get hit by import fees. So you're looking at probably £500, and then that's with probably more than that actually, considering the price. You're probably looking at $550 before shipping costs, which considering the size of the box is going to cost you 60 quid. So 600. Again, you're looking at a £600 kit if you're going to import from Japan. And that's if you're doing it by yourself. So expect maybe 650 to 700 for a retail store be selling this. It's not going to be cheap. For that price, you could buy and import a second-hand HG Neo Zeon for the same price as this, and have money left over, pennies left over for more kits. And don't get me, and people, especially in the West, go, "Ooh, second-hand, second-hand." No, when Japanese means second-hand, it just means they've brought the kit and they're just selling it on. They haven't built it, they haven't touched it, everything's still in box. That's what second-hand means in Japan. So I think the issue with this kit is not that it's going to be rare. I think they're going to print plenty of these. It's that it's going to be expensive. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I will be getting one. There's no question about that. I'm getting one. And that's it, really. That's all for Gundam releases that they've announced, or Gunpla for Bandai. If you like this more kind of freestyle content, then slash that like button with a beam saber. And if you want to see more videos, like my upcoming review of the G-Cux HG Gilgoog, blast that subscribe button with a beam rifle. And drop a comment like a colony below about what kit you're looking forward to from the recent announcements. And whether or not you're actually going to buy a PGU new, considering the price. And remember, knowledge is power. Bye now.